Hi everyone, Dash the Smurf here. In this video we're going to be having a look at the logic gates that I used to make my factory work correctly. We're going to be having a look at an XOR, an XNOR, a NOT, a NOR and an AND. That's the gates that I needed to get this factory to work correctly. What happens is it makes sure that only the purge or the weapon press can work at one time. So we're about to see at the moment the purge line is turned off and weapon press is turned on. And if we come over and flip the switch to turn the turn the purge on, it'll automatically cut power to the weapon press and it won't power up the purge. In order to restore power to the purge, we'd have to make sure that we've gone ahead and turned the weapon press off. As you can see, that will start up our purge line. Okay, there's no point having both of those lines on at the same time. We couldn't press any weapons if we had the purge on, sucking everything out of the weapon press at the same time. So that was the logic behind this. And as we can see, they will not work at the same time. So we'll get a look in this video. We're going to have a look at all of these logic gates that we've used to make this work properly. The extra benefit is, in order for the ammunition plant to work, the switches, the sorter and the weapon press needs to be turned on, and in order for the purge to work correctly, the sorter and the purge needs to be turned on. The weapon press will work separately to this sorter system. Okay, so now we're over at Sanctuary Hills. I've made a mock factory, put a few bits together just to hopefully explain the factory setup. So we've got a power generator, line 1, which is going to be our purge line, line 2, which will be our weapon press, and line 3, which will be our sorting line. Line 3 is already connected to the back wall, which is connected to the main power. It's the only switch at this point that has power going to it. None of the others do. The weapons press and the purge lines are connected to the other wall, which is where we're going to have all of our logic gates. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and add in our logic gates now. So the first gate that we're going to use is going to be an AND gate. We only want the purge line to be able to be turned on whenever the sorter has power. So in order to get that to work, we put in our AND gate. We attach a wire from our sorter into the AND gate, and from our main power into the AND gate, and then from the output of the AND gate we're going to put that into our purge. Okay, so we've got that, so it goes sorter and main power into the input of the AND gate, and the output of the AND gate goes to the purge. Okay, so now when we go ahead and turn the sorter on, that will give power to the purge, so that can be turned on should we need it to. Okay, we'll turn that off for a little minute. We'll have a look at some of the other logic gates that we used. So the next gate that we used is going to be a NOT gate. We're going to put that up here. Then we're going to use a NOR gate. There it is. And then we're going to use an XNOR gate. And then finally we'll use an XOR gate. Okay, so now all we need to do is wire it up. So first of all we're going to be wiring up the weapon press line. So first of all, what we need to do is take the purge line and put that into our NOT gate. After we've wired the purge line to the NOT gate, we're going to wire the NOT gate to the OR gate. There we go, catching up, and then NOT gate to the OR gate. And then we're going to wire the OR gate to the XNOR gate. We're also going to wire the weapon press to the XOR gate. XNOR gate, I beg your pardon. And we're going to wire the output of the XNOR gate to the XOR gate. We're also going to wire the weapon press in to the same XOR gate. There we go, a bit tricky. And then the output of that can go into our weapon press line. Okay, so that will make sure that whenever the purge system is turned on, the weapon press is not. What I just did there is wire up the main power into the weapon press because I forgot to do that. So to do the purge line, it's exactly the same. We're going to put in our NOT gate, our NOR gate, our XNOR gate, and our XOR gate. Once we've got them all in, we can go ahead. This time we're going to be wiring up the weapon press into the NOT gate. Remember, this time we're looking at building for the purge line, so we wire the weapon press into the NOT gate. We wire the NOT gate into the NOR gate. The NOR gate into the XNOR gate, and bring in the purge at this point, bring the purge line. Pop that in, and then the input of the XNOR gate goes into the XOR gate, and don't forget we put the purge line into the XOR gate as well. Output of the XOR gate goes into the purge line. Oh, being a bit tricky there. There we go, silly thing. And that's it all wired up. So now we can see it in action. We can see here the sorter's turned off. When we turn that on, it turns on our AND gate, which allows us to turn on our purge. That turns our purge line on. And we can see all the logic gates lit up correctly. The weapons line's off. The sorting line is still on. So if we go ahead and turn the weapon press on, the purge turns off, weapon line obviously stays off, sorting line's unaffected by either of those. That's totally fine. So now we're going to have a look at it the opposite way around. So if we turn off the sorter, obviously the purge is going to automatically go off, which just leaves the weapon press on. So look, we can see the purge lines off, our logic gates are lit up, and our weapon press is on. Obviously the sorter's off. Doesn't really give a good reflection though, so we'll turn the sorter back on and we'll turn the purge off by these switches to make sure our logic gates are working correctly. And we can see, look, the sorting line is off, and over there the weapon press line is definitely on. So there we go, that's how I use the logic gates. There's probably a better way of doing this. I couldn't come up with one, to be fair. Please leave a comment if you feel there is one. I'll definitely look into it. Meanwhile, I hope this video has benefited at least some of you. Drop me a comment at the and let me know what you think. Don't forget to like this video. Please subscribe. In my next video I'll explain my hoppers and switches. Thanks very much for tuning in. Bye bye.